HolyWire Mod here. This is going to be tutorial 5D in the How to Build series, and we're going to be adding a money return feed for the customer in case they want to get their money back on your gun shops. So to do that, we're going to need first a slide, which is going to slide the money to the customer, and we can set the physical properties of the slide to Super Ice. So upon pressing button to return money or whatever and return the money, it will slide right back to the customer as such. Now to get the money in the shop, we need to set this plate as a fading door as well on top of that. So do that as such. So we press the minus button, it'll then fade. So if I press the money, the fade activates and then it'll close, allowing the money to go inside the shop. Alright, so now we have the concept set up. We just need a wire button to activate the money return. So I'll put this clear right here. And then let's set up the inputs and outputs. So we're going to have BR in the input for button return, and then we're going to have fade active, which isn't necessary for this tutorial. However, if you want to check if the fading door is active, this is the variable to consider. And we're also going to have fade for the output, so wire that up real quick. And we'll have BR to button, fade active, and fade to fade. Alright, so now let's go into here and set up the button. So we're going to use Elseif statement covered in tutorial 3 and expression 2 series, and we're going to do another conditional check here to see if there's actually any money to return in the first place, and if there is, then we will spawn amount equal to whatever's in the money pot, so that's money, and then we need to set the spawn amount back to 0 to reset the gun shop. So in order to do that, we can take advantage of the already existing timer, reset 1, and we'll say reset 1 right here and put a comma, and I'm going to put 1.5 seconds instead of 1 second, and also change this to here, and that's to accommodate for how long it takes the money to get out the money pot and go through the fading door. So let us then look at the return setup. So we have $200 right here, put that in, and we'll press the return button, and now it returns to the customer just fine. Alright, so I'm going to be putting this back in, and let's set up the gun purchase. Alright, so when the customer actually presses the button and all the conditions are met, we want to set the fading door on, right? So we want to set that fade on. To do that, we set fade equal 1. So I'm putting it here, if you don't recall, because this is where you're purchasing gun, the conditions are met, money's right, spawn amount 0. So we'll make the door fade open, and after this timer resets, we're going to set fading door, or fade, back to 0, and that will set the gun shop back into initial conditions for the next gun purchase. Okay, so let's go check that out. So we'll stock this up. Alright, we have $200 in. Just going to wait for this to load, because you know how Dark RP likes to be a pain in the butt sometimes. Alright, so it's all loaded, and let's purchase. And as you can see, the money dropped down as normal. And it appears my gun shop is a little bit too high. That's why the shotgun didn't go on this platform right here. But anyway, we'll put money back here. Money returns just fine. And it all works. So that's going to conclude the money return feed for your gun shop. It doesn't have to look like this design. I'm just doing this for simplicity's sake to explain it to you guys, so you can make this design look however you want. But anyway, if you have any more questions on gun shops, please feel free to leave some in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.